Yeah.
The breeze stops blowing. The sun just leaves the sky.
Yeah, it's your life, you can play with it. You make your bed, you gon' lay in it. Do your thing, just be safe with it. Triple bunks in the state prison. Blue laces in my blue chucks. I ain't never gave $2. BT, I chunked the hood up. Asking if that nigga Nip hood, what? Like I wouldn't take it to the back with you. Same nigga walking track with you. Same nigga shot a strap with you. Same nigga bought a sack with you.
Yo.
19 touching 2 birds.
What's up?
Alpina's
What up,
off
man?
a few swerves.
Unspoken Conversation.
Neighborhood.
R.I.P. Nip.
Rest in peace, man.
Had to come in on his only, right? Man, Unspoken Conversation, episode 38.
Hey.
Oh, I said 37 earlier. My bad.
Hey, we started losing track.
All losing track.
I had
That's
to
a good
remind
thing,
myself
though,
on the way
shit.
over here. This is Antoine the Source.
DJ D-Boy Fresh, the charming asshole.
Man, it's knowledge, man. How y'all doing?
It's your boy Flynn. What's up?
Man, we got the boy Kev, childish adult special guest in the building.
About time.
Yeah.
Now let's let me in the building.
Man.
It's all his fault. I'm blaming him. I'm not taking
I be getting stories from both of y'all. When I seen you like knowledge, and when I see knowledge, he like childish. I'm like, shit, I ain't know who to believe.
He didn't even give me the address.
I told you.
He was like,
Okay, he
Google
won
it.
up.
Damn.
You got an issue with
He
it?
took one of your checkers.
No, you can
He
put the
doubled you.
studio. You can put the studio on your GPS and it's effective. It's effective.
I think it's the whole job security thing.
No, man.
I'm not trying to come in and take his job.
No, I appreciate you for dropping by, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're not really a guest. You just, part of the extended family. You know what I'm saying?
Because you done been in my refrigerator like
Yeah.
3.
And yeah, you exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all might have seen him around in a couple Unspoken Conversation shirts.
Yep. And Childish Adult is everywhere in DFW. You can hashtag it. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? He had his own IG at a official Childish Adult brand or Childish Adult brand.
No, there's official Childish Adult. There's a Childish Adult brand on IG. And there's childishadultbrand.com.
Okay.
Get it right.
So make sure y'all just stop by and show him some love and order a T-shirt. He'll get you ready for any day party,
Buy black.
anytime.
T-shirts
Buy
and
black.
taxes.
And it's gonna get hot too.
Hey, in 24 to 48 hours, he'll have you done.
So if you do my taxes, can I get a free T-shirt?
Yeah. That price is instilled in it. It's in there.
It's in the package.
Right.
Might bump you up a little bit.
I ain't gonna say the price is free, but it's invisible. Now you can take it as free as you want to.
As
free as you want
420
to.
instead of 400.
Let me go and get that extra 20 about you.
That's an awkward quote right there.
How many shirts you want? You like, man, you told me 19, now it's 18.
Man, but yeah, bro, we here, unfortunately, after a tragic loss, not just for the rap game, but just the culture and actually the country period, because you kind of look at, all of the visuals and everything, and for those who don't know, we're speaking about the loss of Nipsey Hussle. He was gunned down outside his Marathon clothing store Sunday, and I remember when I got the news, like,
Y'all gave me the news.
These day and age, you kind of
Man,
can't
it was
believe
coming
stuff
quick, too.
nowadays. Like, you gotta kind of question it, and so I'm questioning. Like, I don't even want to react to it yet. Then TMZ, as soon as you see TMZ,
I didn't want to believe it.
I hate that.
Right.
As soon as I'm like, oh,
Because you sent the TMZ clip. You sent the initial clip. And then we was all like, nah, we'll wait. Then 2 or 3 minutes later, that nigga shot the TMZ clip. I was like,
because
damn.
first of all, with them being
It's
in
real.
LA, TMZ, you know they gonna get the scoop. So I'm
Real
like, when I
quick.
saw it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Going around.
We lost
the
a good
room,
one, bro.
Man, I
how,
think
how
we
y'all
lost a
feeling?
good
Huh?
one.
I think, you know what I'm saying? I remember when Pac died, it was more like he got shot that night. I'm going to a football game. He had already been shot. And we're like, he'll make it out. And then we're like, he dead. You know what I'm saying? No type of visuals. This one including visuals and coming in real time.
Oh, yeah. I hate that shit.
It really
I hate
kind
that shit, too.
of, I think it's just more impactful when Pac and Biggie died, because I guess just seeing it, and you seeing a step by steps like you watching CSI. So where the other camera? There the camera. There you go. Now why he walked between them?
Right.
Oh, why he jumped back? Oh, damn.
If you think about
You
it,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
shit.
it didn't even give time for Nip to really even. It wasn't even no defending that.
Nah.
And so, but the thing is, so to piggyback off what you just said, that's kind of makes it look like, if you think about it, you comparing it to the Pac and Biggie situation, but this is the first major slang in the rap game or period in the social media age.
True, that's true.
Where you actually have the
Step by step.
access.
Yep.
I mean, like a mogul, somebody who was. I mean, you get these little, you know.
I'm talking about somebody who was
that-
like,
Yeah.
He's
wow.
known. He's known
Like,
global.
We
Yeah,
we
yeah.
see it, because
Right.
we actually saw it. And unfortunately, I hate people put the clip up where
Man.
you saw him laying there lifeless.
I
and I'm
posted
like,
telling people stop posting
I'm like,
that shit.
the thing is, we're desensitized to
Yeah.
tragedy. If you think about it,
But it's so new that I mean that's today's. You gonna see it all. It's
Yeah,
a camera
motherfuckers gonna pull a camera out
all the
before they
time.
help you.
That's just
You
the
gonna see
times
it.
right now.
Yeah.
So you gotta prepare yourself for now. You gonna see it.
Yeah.
But you gonna see it.
But I hate when people pull out a camera, like when the dude was kicking an old lady on the train in New York. You hear the dudes recording in the background talking about, oh, every time he kicked the,
Yeah.
oh,
But
like
They
me.
never stop him. Never stop him.
Me
though.
coming up how we came up, I see a motherfucker kicking an old lady on the train. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I
now,
don't got time
now
to
me and
do
you got a
it.
problem.
it was respect for kids.
Because you only
and-
gonna be able to kick her once, and I'm on your ass. Even if you.
I mean,
fucking
if
up
I
a
even
nice
see you
old ass
trying
lady,
to, I'm
man.
gonna stop
Yeah.
it before, man.
Yeah, man.
Because regardless on the situation, this is something that all generations,
Right.
you're gonna get old one day.
But I think Nip's situation was
be
a little
mindful.
different.
No, what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but-
is be mindful of taking care
Yeah,
of
but
your generation.
going back to that
True,
Nipsey
true,
thing
true.
though, but what made them different from Biggie and Pac is like with Biggie and Pac, even when they died, people still picking sides. You know what I'm saying? Some people was like, man, you know, I'm a Biggie fan, and some people like I fuck with Pac. But like when he died, like it was nobody in the rap industry down in his name. Everybody felt that loss.
I mean, because
So,
the person
you know,
that killed
yeah.
him really wasn't famous. You had to look
Yeah.
at that Biggie and Pac. They was too famous. They were too heavy hitters.
But they didn't have anything to do with each other's
I get
murder
what
though.
you're saying.
Exactly,
It
but
was
the
like-
media is the reason.
but
You think
it
that-
was a narrative that they were involved.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
media,
involved in
the
it, yeah.
media created that East Coast, West
We
Coast.
had no narrative with Nipsey
Right.
outside
Yeah, that's
of
what,
positive.
and I
that's
think
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
nobody
really-
talked down on him when
and
he
that's
died.
what made
And
it
really
so
what-
tragic.
Yeah,
and
it was
what
just-
another thing is, it made everybody who think that like in the industry, that regardless on what ecosystem or bubble that they creating and connecting, they still can be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like it shook them up. Like
Anybody can
people
be
probably like,
touched.
well, damn man, I go out and see these people. I think I know these people now.
Even with security, you can be touched.
But the conversation we had, I told you, just because you changed your life and you start doing good, the people that you left away from, they ain't necessarily changed. So when you go back,
They still in the same.
Yeah, odds are
They
they
still
shit
in
done
the
got
same
worse. You know.
environment.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now they really envy you.
And what I found out is,
They-
believe it or not, putting shit in people's ecosystem, intangible things in their ecosystem, will change them. You'll be surprised what people don't know. We'll laugh at them. We'll be like, how you don't know this? Why you ain't Google? But to be honest with you, if they don't even know how to Google what they trying to Google, it's not gonna. They not gonna get attached to like, all right, let me go to YouTube and get a visual. Or
We
let
have
me,
too much information.
yeah, they don't know because they're like, nah, that's just too much. Let me scale back. And I think it's our duty to always pass knowledge to somebody. If you know it's beneficial, if you know it's improving your quality of life, pass that knowledge to them. And sometimes people think that when you go back to the hood, they want your money and they jealous of you because they not at your level of stardom. But sometimes you can balance that with give them that knowledge and basically you giving them a task. Like, this is what I did and this is what I'm gonna do. I think the situation with Nipsey was different. You know what I'm saying? When the report saying he was getting exiled from the group. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
He was getting exiled. Like, I think the guy, Nipsey didn't want to do anything else with
Oh
him.
no,
he was
it wasn't like exile. Like it was something formal. It was pretty much I see you, get from around here. Like
Right.
yeah.
And so-
Because I mean, you got to think about it. Source, I don't mean to cut you off, but you have to think about it. Nip, like they said, he came calm, like, hey, you know, we don't want you, because you never know. Like, this Nip owns this whole strip. This is his shit.
Yeah.
So somebody else can see you up here and just start shooting. And Nip didn't want that shit around there, so
Yeah.
the nigga took that shit.
You don't want
to
that
heart,
energy
like,
at all.
You know, it wasn't like, nigga, fuck you, get around here, I don't never want to see you no more. He was like, bro, you're not really welcome around here. If I see you in the hood, we have a different conversation.
And-
But around here where my
And the reason
spot is, you gotta get-
I mess with that because it's like, but also that shows you the danger of an ego of a man.
But that's what I was about
man.
to say. Even if you
Man.
say it in a nice way,
Boy.
it's just who you say it in front of. They gonna feel like
Yeah. Look what's
It's not.
coming from.
Yeah,
Disrespect
that's the
it.
biggest thing. Look
You
who was coming
It's
from.
Nipsey. So if I say it, it hold a lot more weight
Right.
than just old boy. That's
If my
you can think
security
that's
said
your
it.
peer.
Yeah.
If
Your
my
peer.
security said,
You know, because
Yeah.
but not even just my security, not even anybody just attached to me. just somebody that you know on an everyday basis that you have access to. Now
Yeah,
the most known person in the hood, the man who you actually want his you want his cosign in a way.
Yeah.
He's basically telling you, I don't want shit to do with
It's
you.
gonna cut deeper.
Yeah, because it was a Chinese guy who had a store in the hood. It was like, get away from my store.
Right.
Odds are you not going back to shoot him. You
Yeah,
know?
I
you're
found
not
it.
gonna go back
I
to
found it crazy that he did him that when he set it up. I think it was the next day he was supposed to go meet with the police to stop gang violence
intervention,
and stuff. And if you was gonna go stop gang violence, then that's one of the even though he a snitch, that'll stop gang violence right there because who after this dude for snitching? The gangbangers. But you can't if you nips it, you can't. What's the forgiveness? Like who?
I mean, Nip can make his neighborhood better, like he was trying to do. But thing about young gangbangers is if you see somebody that's from that neighborhood that you grew up in, and you know this nigga's certified, and he comes and tell you, hey, or you see him saying, hey man, y'all chill with that, whatever. It makes a bigger difference than a motherfucker that you don't even know. You may know he a gangbanger, but they knew each other. They was in pictures
It's just like
together.
if you call. It's just like if all right, think of it. Let's put it in the perspective of man and woman. Okay, so you walking around. So say it's a chick that calls you broke, but you don't really care if she calls you broke or she just hating da 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 da. But now think of it as the woman in your life.
Call me broke.
Right.
She call you broke.
That shit
Ain't
gonna cut
shit.
deep.
It's gonna cut deep because it's somebody you hold reverence to.
Yeah.
So
And you respect, and you want they respect.
so it's
Hey,
like
he was
and
in
it's
love.
like so you know.
He was in love.
It
I don't know
like
about that.
No,
No, I know. No, the reason I'm saying it.
No,
the reason I'm saying
Hold
it
on,
because they have
Depends on where
pictures.
it come
I get what
from.
you
They
saying,
have
bro.
pictures. I'm saying if you hold reverence, I'm not putting reverence in romance or anything. It's somebody that you wanted to be around in they presence. You know,
certain shit that come from a certain person,
Right.
Feel different.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like that's just like when if you say, "What's up, my nigga?" I ain't gonna say, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah.
But if a white person be like, "What's up, my nigga?" I'm like,
it's
"Nigga, what?"
all about who it's from.
We
It's
We got a
all about who it's
misunderstanding,
from.
man.
Because other dudes, you just say, oh, they hate. Or they hate.
You know
Or they
what I'm
hoes.
saying?
But if Nip, I don't have any reason to hate on you or nothing. So you know what I'm saying is true. Like, I'm not hating on you. I just don't want you to fuck around me. And you want to, and everybody, human nature is you want to be around the popularity, the end shit. You want to be on what's lit. And so you see Nip up here kicking it in the parking lot, you feel like, oh, we same crip. Hey, I'm going to be able to roll up on him. That boy want nothing to
I
do
bet
with
that
you,
wasn't the first
whether
time
we
that he
in or
told him
not.
that.
Yeah.
I bet that wasn't the first time he
Right.
told him. Hey,
Because
man.
if you notice, like, I mean, we saw it. He walks up and he walks through other people. You don't walk. It's just like
Yeah, familiar face.
It's like if y'all was standing right there,
that goes
and
back to
Spider
the point I
standing
was
over
saying
there,
earlier. He's a familiar
and y'all didn't know who I
face.
was. Y'all gonna be like, "What's up, homie?" You know what I'm saying? He literally walked through and they just kind of moved, like, man, kind of looking like what this nigga want because he just walked.
Now what
He a
you
nigga,
want?
he a nigga from around the way.
Right,
and so,
right.
and that's what I hate about it because, but also kind of transition into the next wave of when the news came out. The first thing everybody wanted to run with was conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's
And so you trying to
was
start
the dumbest
pointing the blame. That's the first thing we want to do is point the blame when we have a situation in our culture now. We don't want to just look in the mirror and say one of our own fucked us over. You know what I mean? And it's like we got to hold them accountable because if you looking for a bailout saying, oh, it wasn't us. It wasn't our fault. We had nothing to do about it. Think of it like this. People saying Dr. Sebi documentary. Why would we still be able to access Dr. Sebi video?
And his
Why would we
kids
still
still
be
living.
able to
He got
access
family
his
members
book?
that still
If they
living.
don't want his stuff getting
Yeah.
out at all,
They would knock his family members off first because they still preaching his
exactly.
health. Yeah.
So why would they start
Nipsey
with
was a
Nipsey?
messenger.
And then, like,
Yeah.
He
shit,
killed a source, not the messenger.
I got niggas talking about Dr. Sebi that never heard of this nigga in their life.
I did.
Don't know what
who he
alkaline
was.
is.
Never heard of him,
Yeah,
yeah.
next
Don't
day
know
they
what
sending
alkaline
me-
is,
They
you know?
sending me text message like, I knew this shit, man. Look, check this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, go deep. When you ain't drunk water, they had a meme talking about
Niggas
this.
talking
Talking
some
about
CSI shit right
real.
there. He was like,
Like, look,
board.
man.
Nigga had a board. Nigga was like, it started right here. Dr. Sebi talked to Nipsey. Nipsey took a trip to where he went to where was he at?
Tulum.
Tulum.
Yeah.
Dr. Sebi not from Tulum, but he was supposed to be there. But he got killed back
They
in
gonna try to
2016.
connect it to fit that narrative.
Well, niggas was making up all
Man,
type
I'm
of
like,
shit.
bro, I'm like, dog.
Oh, yeah,
it was a
niggas
dumb ass motherfucker that killed him, bro.
Yeah.
End the story.
Right.
And it's like, don't make it deeper than it is,
The
because
motherfucker
what you
started
do is
saying
take
Illuminati.
away from the
Yeah,
laws.
that's what you're
and more
doing.
about
Like,
making sure you're right.
You
It's
messing
your
up
ego.
you messing that up, and whoever posted their clips on YouTube or whatever, they done made money off this dumb shit, perpetuating bullshit.
Tariq,
But you know what
his
karma
old
gonna
boy
eat
name?
that
Tariq
for using that
Tariq
shit for a
Nasheed.
reason.
Hey, Tariq Rashid, what is his name, bro? Tariq Nasheed. He out there on the scene.
He's
This
my homeboy
is
from LA.
military grade.
Yeah, he from
This
LA,
is a
yeah.
sniper. I'm like, bro, he ain't even in the ambulance yet. You already trying to push a narrative.
But they was like he got shot 5. That's the assassination. 5 to the
Yeah,
chest.
you like,
I said,
come
do you see
on,
how
bro.
close this nigga was? He better had than hit him.
I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It's like we make ourselves look dumb sometimes because we don't want to look at what's in front of us.
But
Right.
you know, white people do the same thing. Sandy Hook.
Right.
You know, they still saying
That
that
shit,
it happened.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Parkland, you know, they
if you
trying
look
to
at
say they was
anything
set
hard
up.
enough, you can find
Yeah.
some type of
However-
conspiracy.
And it's gonna be somebody who has that dumbass conspiracy theory. You know, if you gonna
Man,
listen,
this the same people that
But
was
But I
killed
think,
in the bombing.
I think
'Cause
this
that's what they
shit.
were saying, that the Boston Marathon bombing
Yeah.
was just it was the same victims. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm gonna
This
say
shit.
this.
tripping,
I mean,
bro.
I think
This
I
movie
think
ma-
this shit hurts so much because I ain't gonna say so much. I think it hurts so much because this country, for one, is so divided. And then when you find, I guess I'm probably thinking that's probably why a lot of people wanted to think it couldn't be us, man. Then, I
Nah.
mean, they didn't want to think that because you know when,
I tell you,
as
this,
far as this country being as divided as it is right now, when one of us kill each other, especially somebody at that statue, like damn, you don't want to believe that.
but
Like,
it
shit, I mean, it hurts more.
Like we were saying earlier, you kill the people you know. But
Exactly. But the shit hurts even more.
What it really defines is like America got a gun problem. It's not a
absolutely.
black thing. It's not a white
Yeah.
thing. America just has a gun problem. in
But guns
particular.
don't kill people.
Yes,
man.
they do.
Well,
yes, they do.
I don't think I'm gonna say this
Shit.
though. It's
But,
gonna be
I mean,
a
but you know what I'm
5
saying.
Yeah, I know what
movie.
I get
But
what
you-
you're saying, but
But
guns
you know what? All that trying to get people together, I think that's the problem. See, everybody can't see how we could be in one room together. Everybody can't do that, and that's the problem. They're trying to get
But we've been
everybody
trained
in.
as a people. We've been trained to hurt each other. I mean, hate each other. That's come from slavery, bro. We've been trained to hate each other. I mean, in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, whenever we was really segregated, it was, hey brother, hey sister. We was all together. You still had your gang shit, but it wasn't as bad as it is. Like I mean, now it's just crazy.
Niggas was still shooting and fighting
But-
each other though, bro.
And that's why I said we still
mean,
had the gangs of
there's
people
never
killing
been
each
like-
other, but our races do that. But I'm saying for more so, it was, hey brother, hey sister. We were more united then, but now it's just like, nigga, we've been trained to hate each other so much. Like we'll blow this. Okay, think about this. There are more black people that's mad about the whole Jesse Smollett shit. Like, oh, he did lie and all this, whatever. Why won't you use that same energy when one of these young black kids get shot by a white cop?
just like the guy in Kansas.
that's
who-
true.
Fuck.
The
That's
guy in
true. I
Kansas,
give you that.
Avery Wilson. I gotta get his name right. That was sentenced to 12 years. Sexual assault case. I'm not
saying
saying whether he
Kansas?
guilty or not, but apparently he didn't even have intercourse with her. But they were comparing it to the Brock Turner case, who actually had a corroborating witness.
Yeah, dude
And-
pulled him off the chick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I ain't heard
he
it.
got so Brock Turner got 6 months.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so
Brock was a white dude.
Yeah, Brock.
Okay,
He was swimming at Stanford.
Oh, okay. I ain't know his name, but I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay.
And then so this guy name is Albert Wilson. He was a student at Kansas University in Lawrence, and apparently sexual assault occurred, but it was more about the punishment because there wasn't any signs of rape. It was more about the forceful nature of the sexual act or whatever. And they gave him the minimum sentence in Kansas, according to them, but they were trying to shoot for probation because they were trying to compare it to other, cases. And it's like all about circumstance. It's like you see him as this big, athletic black dude, but then you see Brock Turner as, because even look at how they perceive you on the news.
Right.
Like you'll see
Bruh.
like some people
Our
they'll
mugshots are
show
totally different on the
mugshot
news.
of a person, or like
Yeah.
or just the way they
Dog.
report things. Like when Dylan Roof died, they were trying to find out like what went wrong with him.
Dog, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a mental examination, but when something goes wrong with us, we're demonstrative,
yeah.
we're savages. And so I say all of that to say somebody like Nipsey Hussle, who was able to, if you look at him on the surface and never try to figure out what the character of the man was, you'll see a rolling 60 Crip with facial tattoos.
Absolutely.
You know, you would look at it somebody who
Absolutely.
you would not want to deal with. But then when you met, like Gary V put up a tribute, and he had the conversation, and you could kind of see the admiration in his eyes he had for Nip, because he was like, "You're doing it." Like, it's like, I love you, man, because he sees somebody moving his people. The hardest thing is to move those that look like you, because they don't look at you as exalted. Exactly. So you have to prove yourself, and you have to prove your steps, and you have to basically allow yourself to be of the people to the point that they all are willing to follow you.
They're going to flock to you.
So now you have the gangs trying to have peace treaties at the actual site of the Marathon store. And these are OGs that have never dealt with each other before.
Ever.
They've been beefing for 20, 30 years.
Crips war with Crips more than Blood. Like, Bloods are way more
gangs
united.
Are way more.
Bloods are way more.
Way more accurate of what's going on in gangbanging now. Right. Internal gangs. It's not Bloods and Crips. It's internal sects.
It's internal. It's more so Crips.
And that's the saddest thing about his death, though, because that dude meant something to his community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He was a real pillar in his community.
Absolutely.
And like, I mean, it's gonna be a void there that I don't know if anybody could pick up and like continue.
Yeah, and they're gonna try hard, and they're gonna try hard to repeat that chemistry. But however, they should try hard to, make it something more dynamic and better.
Keep his shit going. Don't try to come in and do your own shit. Try to keep his legacy going. If you're from that area, I mean, that's my opinion.
No matter who comes in,
keep his blueprint. Exactly.
They're not gonna have the same passion.
Oh no,
they're not gonna have the same vision.
Unless they got the same respect he had.
We're in a world full of wave riders.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have somebody that's riding a wave that's more popular than the person who actually want to do exactly what that dude want to do. Yeah. He's gonna get pushed out because he's not popular. So you're gonna have a popular dude come up and start like the shit. When Nick Cannon say, I'm gonna finish what he started.
Everybody I wasn't that's willing to do it. Like that's been already halfway there trying to put something together.
Right.
So with me, I'm like, let his camp do it. Yep. Let his camp do it.
Because he's been working with somebody.
If I didn't see you working with him, let his camp finish his work.
Like if you really wanted to do that, why wasn't you there in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Why did it take him to die for you to be like, let me step in and do some shit with him? I mean, I'm pretty sure he would have been more than welcome to work with you. So, you know.
They've dealt, and I've seen them deal with each other before, and it's more about also like everybody don't try to rush to align yourself with his greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that light? That dude have a light on him right now.
Yeah, like some of the posts that came down my timeline, it was, I got to give it today. Like, I think if other than my boy, shout out to my boy DeJuan, aka Mr. Untouchable on Instagram. Like, he really, like, bruh, like Cuz was really hurt about Nip. Like, he was like, when I was like, man, hold on. He said, nah, Cuz, he gone. He was like, man, he gone. And he just sent, he out. And then all the stuff that was going on, because he got, he go to Cali a lot. He on Crenshaw and Slauson when he go out there. But I think Davies really hit it hard too. That was his mentor. That was his mentor. That was like, man, we gonna show them, the message that you can still claim your hood, and Crippin' and everybody know Crippin' and Blood came from the West Coast, but it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from us. That don't define who we are.
I think
that define where we come from.
And I think why I heard somebody like a Dave E so much, and people are like that, is you are trying to make the transition out of being ingrained in your hood to stardom and being able to actually reach back into your hood. That is the hardest transition for somebody when they come into new fame and success. Is how can I integrate my opportunities and my resources into the hood while also getting enough separation to where I'm not in danger. And so that's a hard line to balance.
Right.
Because I got to keep it real in the eyes of people. But the thing is, if you doing right by us, you keeping it real in our eyes anyways. Fuck the people who got to hate on you, because those people you're not trying to impress anyways. And so.
He cut you off.
Yeah, he cut me off.
He's like,
no.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Like,
I'm looking around.
Hey, he had his own intermission.
I'm trying to cash out.
He can't spot it.
I'm trying to tell somebody.
He can't spot it. You serious? You gonna cut me off right now?
No, I was like trying to see if there was anything wrong, but yeah, that just bothered me because I was just thinking about all of the people who actually were trying to follow his lead.
Right.
Because I love looking at his interviews, and you get a renewed like sense of like self-awareness. Even if it's small, just start somewhere.
Right.
And that was what he preached. Just start your marathon somewhere.
I mean, you got to start from the bottom.
And, you know, that's the hardest thing. It's just like working out. The hardest thing to do is getting to the gym the first time. Yeah. The hardest thing to do is actually
second
get that
time.
No, but
you know when you get sore the first time after you go back?
No, but I'm dead serious. Like, if you ain't worked out in a while,
yeah, exactly.
the hardest thing to get up is to go the first time.
First fucking time.
I know.
Because you're going to keep making excuses for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, that's a good comparison.
Fitness
it's
Connection
like,
got rich off me.
it's like when you want to step out and do your own business. Like you saying, going that first time, stepping out on that ledge, that shit is fucking hard.
But no,
it's hard.
You know, one of the key problems is with people. It's not the fact that, you know, everybody we need to come together and work together and love each other or whatever. Nah, they don't teach enough self-love. Because take yourself.
We've been trained to hate each other.
Do you love yourself?
Yeah.
So if you love yourself, you generally love yourself. When you go around somebody, your intentions is not bad.
Exactly.
And you don't look at somebody. You like, well, they tripping, let me get from around them. But if you don't and you have an issue with yourself, you get offended real quick. And you really defending yourself. So if you love yourself, I walk around, I'm like, because I love the shit out of me.
I mean, but if you love yourself, you don't want nothing to happen to yourself.
So I'm like, dude, we good. Like, chill. It ain't like that. Just calm down.
Right.
Just calm down. It's people don't love these fucking stuff.
But it's hard to love yourself when you broke.
But no, that's not true. Because I've been broke all my life.
No.
That's a different type of broke.
It's how you look at
broke.
It's what you look at and what you value.
I mean, we all broke.
So you just hit it on the head. Is what you look at.
Right.
And this is a real thing, depression by way of social media.
I appreciate a dollar worth
Think
of
of it this way.
I don't have what they have, so now I feel like I'm fucked up. But really, you're not fucked up.
Bother me.
It might be.
It's what you value.
It's my headphones.
It might be your headphones.
Okay, but yeah, so cause I look at like social media. You got to think social media is highlights.
Social media is the devil.
Yeah.
It's what you want me to see.
It's not even highlights.
It's a perception of what it ain't really is.
A lot of motherfuckers live fake lives.
No,
It is.
It's kind
Well,
of
that's just
like
like
when
Hollywood.
you sitting at home and you watching a commercial and you see that cheeseburger.
Yep.
That cheeseburger look good in the motherfucker.
And you want that burger.
And you want that motherfucker. But that cheeseburger they used to shoot that film ain't even made out of real
It ain't
meat.
even real
Yeah.
food.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
but you go get that cheeseburger.
But listen, my thing is this.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you broke, and I know they said, you ain't broke enough if you ain't got your ass up and done something not to be broke. You ain't broke enough.
I get it.
You just accept. Some people just accept.
But some motherfuckers is broke and lazy.
No,
Right,
but, no,
right.
but like no.
Now, if you lazy, that's a whole different
it's-
type of that. You know,
but,
that's on you.
But if you born without shit,
I was born in the projects in New Orleans. What? Nutrients, roaches.
That nigga said neutrals. Them like
I
baby
know,
cats.
I know, but some people can break themselves out of their mindset. Some people can't. You know what I'm saying? And some people, and you might think you had like the roughest circumstances ever, but somebody in that same project had it harder than you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If you inside of a house and you broke, you ain't that broke if you inside of a
My
house.
thing is what like broke. If
Apartment,
being broke,
whatever.
Being broke. If you the awareness, like so, if you broke, but they always taking you around your auntie in them house, they got everything and they treating you like the help. That's gonna make you feel some type of way. But if you always broke and everybody around you broke, you really don't know you broke until you go
don't know
to
you
another
broke,
environment. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Some
when-
niggas get out,
that's-
some niggas
that's
get
what-
comfortable with it.
that's
Like,
what
hey, this is
social
what I
media.
And that's what social media is. You're,
Yeah.
you're literally looking at somebody living
Right.
wealth.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there in poverty.
But you don't know. They putting an image of them living wealth. They might not
Right,
actually have
but
it.
it's still
But no, but Flip,
just like the burger you just
Yeah,
said.
that's why I said that.
Yeah.
Rich
Let's
people
tell the
are the
truth.
most stressed
But
out
listen,
people.
no, but
That's why they kill themselves.
One at a time. One at a
Absolutely.
time.
No,
kill
wait,
yourself.
Hold on, everybody talking.
Come on. Hold on. So, because I was trying to kind of go to what he was saying. We can't look at it at yourself because you're not somebody who will be on social media all day. You get what I'm saying? So your life doesn't revolve around social media because you have material things going on in your life. So we're gonna take you out of the equation because unfortunately you are in the minority. Yep. The first thing people do when they wake up in the morning is go into a social media platform of some sort. They want to see what they missed. It's about being afraid of missing something. And so also you look at somebody who is not even a celebrity. We're not even gonna look at somebody. It could be somebody you went to school with, like Boosie said. You have seen this person. They had the same opportunity as you. Nipsey said this in the clip. You see somebody that had the same opportunity as you.
It hurts harder
from the
when somebody
same place.
Exactly.
And then they make it, and you're seeing them elevate.
That hurts
You're
harder.
seeing them on beaches. You seeing them on flights, and you sitting there on your couch, not accomplishing a shit. So not only do I feel bad because I ain't shit, I'm looking at somebody that came from the same place as me, live his best life.
Because they busy
Even though I
watching.
know I made the,
But
even
that's
though I know,
normal. But that's
they not
normal
mentally
human.
they not aware of
Kevin,
that.
you and Flim looking at it from y'all personal
Yeah,
perspective.
they don't.
No.
And
Yes, y'all are because we see it every day.
every day.
yeah,
man.
people get up.
We see
I
it
watch
every day. The
I watch
Kardashians are
entertainment.
popular because people
Screw
like
that. I
observing
watch-
their life.
I watch people in
Ashley
Pablo,
came in here.
Arkansas.
She literally had people wondering where the fuck are you.
Where you at? Yeah.
Yeah.
They whole life
That shit
revolves
is
around
big business
subscribing
right
to
now,
her
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say you right because I can only give my perspective. Because people say, "Hey, you didn't see this on social media." See that? No, I
Yeah,
really
I
be
don't be
doing
on that
shit.
shit like
I
that.
really be.
I don't be on that shit like
Now,
that.
like, but when I'm- when I'm on social
media,
media, I'm just there to judge. I'm just there to look at people.
You just
You can ask him when you come to my
Listen,
house.
see what somebody else doing.
Look, motherfuckers
When you
here.
come to my house and you like, yo, I'm like, pull up on me right quick. Let's talk. No matter what.
Yeah.
I always got time to talk. I be making shirts. I got shirts all over. I got tax shit.
Yeah.
He be at the tax office. I be doing shirts at the tax office. I bring my machine. I bring my heat press to the tax
So you have
office.
life outside of the
So
screen.
it's kind of like, yeah, I'm always on social media, but I'm really not watching like talking.
Right.
About it. Like, you know what I'm
you
saying?
use social
It
media
ain't-
as a
it ain't-
vessel.
But yeah, it's a different
That's what I
thing.
use it as.
But
Some people use
But
it
you
literally
know,
as a,
but my
as a
point
picture
is,
of
like,
life.
y'all looking
they
at-
live life through
They
social
live
media.
life
I
through
understand.
social
That's
fucking
why I
media.
say-
Y'all, but y'all look at people. Look at people that's been insecure all their life, and they been like, questionable about how they look or whatever, and they get on. They find their own group and their own community on Facebook,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, they get empowered. Next thing you know, they posting, and that's what they in. I know
And
people.
next thing you know,
I
they
watched-
catfishing somebody.
I watched somebody because I was in Pine Bluff.
Next thing you know, they done post a picture of a goddamn video model, and they look
But
like.
my point is,
fucking
I watched
Sherman
somebody
Klump.
post once an hour
Right.
in an 8-hour day. That's all they did. From as soon as they got up, they post, they shared, they post, they share, and I know they sit in their house all day and don't do nothing but overeat.
I post all day.
No. My thing is they sad.
You're-
My
you're
thing,
po-
it's more
Nigga,
mental.
don't act like we wasn't gonna laugh at that.
But that's back to the self-love. They gotta start loving this. If you love yourself,
Right.
you don't give a damn what nobody else
But
is doing.
that
Exactly,
goes,
absolutely.
That goes back to saying though.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about
It's
motherfuckers
real
about me.
hard to have that self-confidence when you feel like you lacking something.
True.
I did. I came
But
from that.
that
I
go-
came from
that
being
go-
that.
that go
or
back
if
to
Keep
my
saying I.
But
hold on.
That's what I'm
Or
saying. It's like,
some
you
people-
know,
They need to.
some people can break
but-
themselves
but
out of
that's
that.
the most
Some
frustrating
people
thing is
can't.
getting somebody to see life the same way you do.
But y'all-
because at the end of the day, you also gotta look at how old are you?
34.
We
I'm the oldest in this motherfucker.
But you gotta think.
I said I'm the oldest.
But we all
I thought he was
30
finna
plus.
call-
But
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
think you
Yeah,
got.
we all grown.
So, but our life didn't start with social media. You have people who literally
can-
their
yeah,
life
yeah, we can
existence
detach.
has been
Yeah, the
Shout out to the
attached
ones
to
who
can detach from
social
social
media.
media.
No, but even you got some people who got more mental fortitude than others. That's just what it is.
True.
you know
Exactly,
what I'm
that's
saying?
human nature.
Yeah. So some people gonna be able to break out of certain systems or see past certain little veils of lies. Some people gonna get stuck in it and they're gonna be continually turning in that shit. So it takes a person with a strong mental will to be like, you know what, this is my position now, but this
Right.
ain't my position tomorrow. You know.
But you know, it's a lot of people with.
It also takes a support system.
True.
Like you gotta have people in your
Yeah.
corner, and some people don't have
Right.
those people.
I'ma
Like anybody,
piggyback off that.
yeah, anybody who say they made it, they can point to like 2, 3, 4 people
Right.
who helped them get along their way.
Yep.
Some people ain't got nobody
Right,
who can
right,
do
right.
that for them. You know.
Yeah.
And
as
you know
far
what?
as
And
like,
it's a sad situation. And that's why I go back. Like some of them need that knowledge dropped in their ecosystem,
Exactly.
regardless of
True.
if they got like. If the only thing they do is I'm gonna go up, wash the dishes, and go turn on my TV. If it's somehow you can get in, throw, hey man, you know you can do a little bit better. But what I learned is, man, I think stubbornness is a disease. Niggas can, I'll be real. I know
I
some.
mean, it's a
motherfuckers-
lot of things we
Well,
can call
I
it.
mean,
It's-
you can call it stubbornness. You
I'm
can call
just
it
talking about
pride.
specific. I'm talking about
Pride
you
and
can tell.
stubbornness is the same thing, and it's all
But
foolish.
it is foolish. It's like
It's only one type of pride.
like you can't be
Foolish
stubborn
fucking
if you're
pride,
broke
bro.
and somebody trying to show you something to get you a little bit more.
I mean, but I think more
They
so
will.
pride and foolishness goes. I mean, it's a lot of people that's prideful, but I think that's more old school. Like real pride, you know what you talking about? Like motherfucker, I'm prideful. I stand on this. That's more a little old school. Now again, a lot of us have pride. We still do. But again, when we go back to what I said I was going to piggyback on, when we were saying as far as the self-esteem, us as a people, we feel like, damn, we stuck here with whatever. we cause a lot of that shit though.
Yep.
Like a lot of self-esteem comes from motherfuckers who done made you that way.
We instill that fear right in our
talking about you every day.
First day of school.
First day of school, they finna put you in your place.
They on your ass. like if you poor,
they finna let you.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is gonna. I mean, you're not born with low self-esteem. Because when you're coming up as a little kid, you're not thinking about the George and I gotta look fresh. Like you want to be a kid, have fun.
It's a blank
Same
slate.
thing like you were saying. Like I said, I was gonna piggyback. Self-esteem, that shit comes from motherfuckers bullying you. Now, some people can say, fuck you, like you said, I don't give a fuck about what nobody think about me. Feel the same way. But everybody ain't like that. Motherfuckers who do care, that self-esteem shit comes into play. Well, damn, they don't like me. Now I feel bad. Now I ain't gonna
That's
never
the wave
be
riders.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
That's the people who gotta feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm the leader of the unpopular.
But do y'all feel like? Do you feel
I don't
like
fit in
it's
with the
like your
popular
responsibility to try to help somebody in that situation? Do you feel like you got?
But I was that kid. That's why I fought a lot because I was the bully. I ain't gonna say the bully Superman, but when I had friends that I felt that was getting bullied, shit, I would be like, push me.
Yeah.
I felt like, and that's just the heart that I
but
have. I ain't like to see nobody getting fucked over.
I'm passionate and feel that it's my duty to try to instill knowledge into somebody else's ecosystem that I feel that'll increase their quality of life. That's why I believe that stubborn may be like a disease, because what pisses me off is I'm giving you this knowledge that I know that'll help you because I done the research, listening to your pain points and your complaining, and this is how I can help you.
But all you can do is put it out there.
That's all you can do. You can leave
you
your water,
do.
but
That's
you
what
can't make them
everybody
drink
does.
it, man.
I don't care how big the person is. I don't care how big the platform is.
Right.
But some people gonna retain more than others.
Somebody gonna grasp that shit.
So I say,
others gonna go in one ear and out the other.
you're doing the same thing other people do. Even though somebody has a lot.
You want to say something? Hold on.
Yeah, she had a fit
on.
on.
Come on.
Hold on, man. We got
Hold
3
on,
different
hold on.
conversations going on.
I'm
Man.
just saying, like she seemed like she wanted to say
Hey, shout out to our I guess not I guess spectators.
Y'all could have said y'all name on Spider's mic.
Yeah.
At least let yourself know. Y'all said y'all gonna pull a podcast. At least put y'all name out there.
Hey, what's the name? What's the name? What's the name of your podcast coming? Okay.
But nah,
So,
like,
why did you do that though? Like you seemed like you had something to say.
D, you sitting the closest to the microphone.
So say it.
Why you ain't say?
Why won't
Hey,
you say it?
we'll catch you next time though,
Okay.
man. Hey, appreciate you for pulling up on us. I hope you learning something.
Okay,
from us.
back to the original conversation.
Oh, yeah, man.
She threw a fit.
Yeah, we did. Again, rest
But,
in peace,
like-
neighborhood.
But nah, honestly, like going forward is always the hardest thing when something kind of like breaks the culture,
Yeah, and
because it's always everybody's like fighting. Like this is what we need to do. This everybody want to have all hands on the table.
Everybody want to be the chief.
And it's like we're not calculated in thinking that we're not all going to be aligned with the same idea.
Absolutely.
But it's all about actually looking at a piece of what he was trying to do. Because the thing is, everybody talks about, we got to push his movement. He had a lot of movement.
Yeah.
He had Vector 90, so he was all about trying to get kids into tech and Silicon Valley. You have people that can focus on that. He was all about committed to neighborhood unity. You can focus on that. It's like you don't have to encapsulate everything that is Nipsey Hussle, but just look at it, even if it's not anything that he focused on. It's about bettering what's around your environment. Even if it's not your environment, the people that it look like you or that relate to you. That could be black, white, because I always feel like this. The culture you are aligned with is what cultivates your character and what cultivates you as a person. So it's like, if I'm in the neighborhood, if I grow up in the community, and it's like, and I'm not giving anything to that community, I'm a liability. There's only two things you could be in this world, liability or asset, right?
Absolutely.
There's no middle ground.
Nope.
Right.
And so what are you choosing to be? And I always say to my little brothers and everything like that, what are you choosing to be? Because the worst thing a man could be, and that's man or woman, is a liability, because now I am liable and you are dead weight. And dead weight is always going to weigh down the active members. And so if I'm having to carry all of this dead weight, and I'm steady coming into contention, and people that don't want to see what I have coming off the ground, that's the biggest thing, is getting supporters that look like you.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people got to go outside their city to blow up. Because then I see somebody that's you in competition with me. Why can't we have convention? Why I got to be competition? And that's what I always, that's what always frustrates me, is because nobody can get a line. Nobody can get on one accord.
Trying to hate each other.
And you know what it is, man? it's because I don't know, and I've been saying this all week. No, I've been saying this all week.
We trying to hate
We
each other,
I think when I think the generation that we grew up and what we changing, and it's gonna be different, is we grew up that just because if I had the idea, and no, I ain't gonna say we grew up, but it was very few of young black men, black groups coming up. Like, all right, we may not have the idea. However, it's one solid mission, one goal of what we gonna get, and we gonna support it.
No, we've
sense.
had that before.
No. What I'm saying is, we have that in small people. Wu-Tang Clan done it. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But I'm just saying we never understand and practice that among our friends. That's why it was easy for when you leave, because when you leave your city of I'm going somewhere where I don't got to see none of that shit no more. I'm going somewhere where I'll go exactly what I want. If I want to be around Chinese food, I'm gonna stay somewhere Chinese food. If I want to be around Asian people, I just want to be around Asian people. I want to be around culture of old school blues, all the people, and them the lounges I want to go to. I got that right. When I leave where I'm coming from, that's all you think. I can't wait to leave this motherfucker.
I mean, you gonna see the same shit in the city you go to. You leaving motherfuckers who know you.
My point is, though,
you leaving motherfuckers who know you. That's
exactly.
what you leaving.
Exactly. So we leaving and we coming somewhere where it's easy for us to find like-minded people like us, because we want to avoid that company.
You can search for it.
Yeah, you can search for it.
True.
But there, you were stuck. You had to deal with the people. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You got to deal. That's why motherfuckers leave.
I used to hate riding the bus because I literally wanted, I hated riding the bus.
I was waiting on.
I hate riding the bus when I was young, man.
Why?
Because y'all, them black ass motherfuckers used to play too much.
Hold on, man.
Bad ass.
You just got to learn how to play back.
Fuck that. They
man.
play.
Just had to learn how to play back.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Hey, you
Man,
had to learn how to
We're gonna have a new segment,
sit your
Marcus
ass-
Moments.
Sit your ass on the bus.
Man.
Bro,
and get on.
that boy lip
I see you grab his shoulder like, hold
that
on.
boy went back down memory lane. It was one particular nigga.
Hey, you know when he started shaking his head.
Hey,
When he started talking to the mic like
that boy
this.
bottom lip trembled. It was one particular nigga.
Hey, when Knowledge started talking to the mic like this, nigga, he about to blow.
Did this happen recently when you was back?
Yeah, because he was looking at me. I'm saying, I ain't even grew up in Arkansas, dude. I wasn't even in Arkansas.
My thing was sit on the bus.
So
get
I was
to your
about to say, did this
destination
happen
and
recently?
leave. Nah, man, it just made like Palm Bluff is real. Like right now, Palm Bluff is real nostalgia. So when you go down there,
my goodness.
it's people still
Oh, you did
talking.
go back home.
Yeah,
huh?
they still talk like in the like. It's like literally, I'm going back to 1995, 1985. We still. The
talking
message
about
is
kids?
almost.
But
the
I
same.
feel you. It's the same way when I go
Everybody.
back to West Texas, where my family from. It's the same way. I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I
100%.
realized,
Yeah.
like, I done built a new ecosystem in the D. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was
So
ready.
do you feel like you at home when you home now?
No.
I feel like an alien. When I
No,
go
because
home, bro.
everybody
That's
in my
crazy,
core,
man.
everybody in my core, I just sat back and they was just like doing their own thing. Like they was just like, Mark here, but I'll be down there in a minute and holler at you. They never came, or you know what I'm saying? It was just
Y'all don't align anymore.
right. You know what I'm saying? But when I wasn't there, I hear, I miss you and this, and then I get there. And I realized, like, y'all doing all right. Y'all grown.
I can't be,
That's
but
what I
I
call
can't be the
people when I
best
go to
nigga in the
New
circle though. I can't be
You
the
don't
best
let
nigga in
me-
the circle.
I do that too. You catch me, you catch
You
me.
catch
like,
me, you catch me.
You know,
Hey,
because
so y'all
many
don't
times I
y'all don't
post
seek
on
out y'all
Facebook.
people when
I'm
y'all go out
coming
there?
to see, I know who I'm coming to see.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like,
When I go home,
my
I'm sitting
people
in
and my
circle,
real,
1, 2,
my
3,
family and my real people. So
Yeah,
it's like
Absolutely.
everybody else, you gotta kind of catch me. in
Everybody
traffic.
got 8 minutes tops.
Niggas be like, D,
I'm
come to
walking
the
in,
stage.
I'm
Hey,
speaking.
I got 2 to 3 days.
That's why
Eight minutes
niggas. No, I got 2. I got 48 hours.
Because you got to realize your family,
I got 48 hours.
they love the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they happy to see you. And then after that 8 minutes, they just like, all right, that nigga better
Nigga,
get
New
time.
Orleans
All
is
right,
a
I'm
city.
about to
I go to New Orleans and
Hey,
stay a
your
week.
granny like, hey, it's so good to
West
see
Texas
you.
and New Orleans
No,
is
no,
a
no,
little
no, no,
different.
Fix that like bug.
Say, Antoine. Hey, Antoine, did you hear what I told him? I said, nigga, New Orleans and West Texas is different.
So the
I
part
can
of-
stay in New Orleans a week.
The part
If
of
I'm
New
from
Orleans
there,
you
nigga.
go to,
Yeah.
No,
it's not the
no.
part of New Orleans
Honestly,
I
go
get what
to.
you said. I get what you said. I get what you
Done
said.
it, but you just made a perfect point.
Yeah, he really did.
You can stay in New Orleans
New
because
Orleans,
you
yeah.
look at New Orleans
As a-
different
I'm
than
a
somebody
visitor.
who grew up.
He grew up
He
there.
he has a viewpoint, and that's the same way as me. Like you know how I come from the hood, so somebody would look at that and be like, it's a rush. Like you know those kids from the suburbs that come and they think this shit is just. So
I'm about to
cool.
say, nigga, ain't no rush to black people because we
Like,
know.
no, it ain't
That be
just-
them
no,
white folks
it's-
be like,
no.
ooh, let's go get
You're
robbed.
looking at it wrong because most of them,
yeah, you damn
you
sure
looking at it wrong. It's mostly black kids.
Yeah. Oh, really? But
Most of them don't
But
grow
they
up
grew
in
up
the
in the
hood.
hood. Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the culture now.
Right.
It's like Look at most rappers that come up.
Them niggas ain't from
They
the
are
hood.
not from
They are not from the hood.
I'm talking about the ones that blow up like Juice
Right,
WRLD and all
absolutely.
that. But the thing is, like kids like they like things that push the envelope. And not just kids. I look at people that have not had to deal with the repercussions of those environments.
I advise
Have you
people.
Them the ones
actually
who run
seen?
to it.
Have you actually seen a
It's
dead
Them
body?
the ones who run to it.
Have you actually seen somebody somebody get their head whooped, knocked off? Have you actually seen a police shootout? Have you ever actually seen this shit?
I've seen somebody get shot. I've seen dead bodies. I've seen somebody die through Katrina. I've seen a dead body in the water. Like I went through Katrina.
So you
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So you don't have this pumping circumstance
right.
when you think of home.
When I go home, head is on a swivel. You know why? Because you know niggas is into some shit.
Yeah.
That's the same thing Jay said. That's the same thing.
You
Jay said.
you know some.
When our
niggas is
homeboy's
into
from
some
New
shit.
Orleans and he's a
I
regular.
love
on the
my
show.
city. That's
He
I
said the same
hands
thing, bro.
down. That's the funnest place. I will down talk all y'all cities and talk about my city. Like yo, that
I
shit
mean,
is
shit,
fun.
you supposed to.
Like
Yeah.
yo, that shit is fun. It's no disrespect. It's just we do shit different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
shit that y'all that we could do in New Orleans. Like we'll go. I'll bring somebody to New Orleans and I'll bring them to a bar or something. They'll stand there in the club with their cup. And I'm like, yo, let's go. They're like, man, I ain't
absolutely.
finished my drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
They'll
no,
leave out there.
absolutely.
I'm like, no, you
It's
can walk out of
conditioning.
this bitch.
It's
It's certain
conditioning.
shit that make it fun. And it's certain shit that just
It's
fucks
easier
up the
way to
fun.
get. It's easy to get away with murder.
Bro,
in
this
New
past
Orleans.
August
You know
was
what
the
I'm
first
saying?
time I ever been in New Orleans.
It's easy to get away with murder with the police in New
No,
Orleans.
that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like,
It's
that's what I'm
easier to
saying.
get
Like,
away with the
it's
police.
Like,
street
that's
justice.
Niggas come and get you.
It's
Right.
street
They-
justice.
Street judges, yeah,
And-
yeah.
and
The
so-
hood Texas is coming to get
But
you.
that's just like the tours. It's like tourist attractions or attract you to a city. But it's a fabric of that
Don't cross
city.
that
It's-
river,
But it's like it's South Beach and when you cross 85. You know what I'm
Changed.
saying?
Now
Like,
you in Porky
I heard
Bean.
about that. Somebody told me. I never went. I went to
No,
Miami.
now you in
I was
Porky
like, yo,
Bean.
I
actually
ain't
seen
going.
it.
But no, Miami, now you in
ain't
Porky
going.
Beans.
It's
Soon as
the
you cross that
craziest
bridge,
shit
Yeah.
to see the change.
Porky Beans is a
Yeah.
Like, you
motherfucker.
see the skyline of South Beach and then that
Yeah, I fucked around and tried to go to an ATM in Miami one day.
Now you got these orange
the GPS.
Hey, now you got these orange projects. Now you like, whoa, how the fuck did I get
that's
here?
Just like even if you go to a resort, like go to Montego Bay.
Nigga, I've been to Jamaica twice.
yeah. To get there, you
To
gonna
get
see
to the
everything.
resort, it's always a fabric in the underworld and the
Yes,
underlying
absolutely.
darkness to
Absolutely.
somewhere, even if it's a
Absolutely.
great place. You got places that are man-made, like
Yeah,
Napa Valley,
yeah,
but
fuck
that's
that
way
shit.
up there. But I'm talking about Silicon Valley.
Talking about Kingston,
Silicon
Jamaica.
Valley sits here, but East Oakland is over
Yeah.
here.
San Francisco, you think it's gay cross that bridge. Now you in motherfucking Vallejo, East Oakland.
Say, bro,
How you
I
like,
went to
whoa.
LA. I went to LA for my birthday. I promise you, I will maroon, army green, and will white.
I lived in LA.
And let me tell you how much.
Hey,
let me
they'll
tell you
tell you, I
how
lived
fucked
in LA
up it
for 6
was
years,
me
bro.
avoiding the hood.
I got a story for
I
y'all.
ended
lived
up in the gay part in West Hollywood.
What's up?
Like I was trying to go everywhere. It was like, yo, they got a house party in Baldwin Hills.
I
What's
got
Baldwin
a
Hills?
story for y'all.
It's the
You
rich
know,
black
it's a suburb of
people.
Crenshaw.
They was like, it was like it's the black
Baldwin
people. I don't
Village
trust
is
them niggas
right
either.
next door to Baldwin Hills.
You want to know how green we are down here in the South? So this has and it has to do with
You been
Nipsey
to LA?
Hussle,
Well,
unfortunately.
you know, I lived in LA
Yeah,
for 6
so-
years, so
so-
I ain't green to it.
It was 2016. We went to LA, and so I get there. I remember I had a St. Louis Cardinals hat on. I had a black shirt on with like a red stitching on there. Some gray shorts, and I had some red Air Max. I'm
You
flaming.
look like a Crenshaw Mafia. nigga.
But the thing is, I was just putting on some shit to be comfortable on the
No,
plane. You
sir.
know, I'm like,
Not
hey.
in
I
Los
talked to myself before I got on that.
But
Before I
Pete-
packed
but
my
Pete-
shit. Man,
But
don't pack
Pete,
that.
but
Don't
Pete,
pack
though.
that. Take that out.
But
Take that out.
that's what I'm saying. But so I think I'm,
You
I'm
was in South
going.
Central?
But I'm like the first stop I made. We went to Roscoe's and we went to the Marathon.
You
I
was
went to
South Central.
Roscoe's.
But then we
You
went to
was
the
in South
Marathon
Central.
store. So the Marathon store is rolling 60s. And so we go to rent a car. So we go to rent a car, and the dude didn't have a thing. So he basically just gave us something and gave us a deal. Like, I give it to you for for half the price a day. And it was like a red pickup, the color of your hat.
Oh my goodness.
So I
Get y'all
got a
niggas
red,
shot at.
I got a
We
red.
gonna
Trying to get y'all shot at just
We
for
gotta sell this
I'm
motherfucker.
looking
That's
like
bad price.
I'm looking like the updated version of the nigga in Boys in the
should've
Hood.
texted.
You know the nigga,
That
the nigga
nigga
that
died
shot
on a
Ricky.
deal.
You should have called
You
me.
look like the
bro.
updated version.
You should have called me, dog.
I'm
I'd have been
blooded
like,
out,
don't do
bro.
that.
I'm blooded out, and I'm
Hey,
pulling
dude.
up to the Marathon store. I'm, banging my shit, and like, I'm pulled up in a big ass truck. So he like, who the fuck? It's like 6 niggas outside. They're like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Crib nigga.
But no, it's not. They wasn't looking at me because I got red. They was looking at me because it's like I
Let us
just pulling
cut
up
your
in there.
ass,
Like,
They ain't know. They ain't
They
never
were
seen,
looking at you.
They ain't never
'cause
seen you
pulled
before.
up in
Hey,
red.
you had the whole
it
outfit.
looked like I was trying to prove a point because I had so much red on.
Like, nigga,
and
I'm
I
in y'all
didn't think
hood.
about it till I got back in the car. I'm like,
Nigga, you was living dangerous.
and what's crazy is
You was living
guess who
real
checked me
dangerous.
out?
Who?
Black Sam. Black Sam actually checked me out because
You talking about the dude that run the parking lot?
No, his brother.
Oh.
His brother.
Okay.
Black Sam.
Okay.
And what's crazy is so I'm gonna tell you how cool he was. So the shirt I wanted, and they only had the one they had only had in my size had a stain on it, like a little pen mark on there. So the dude was like, "Bro, I'll just give it to you on the house, bro." And unfortunately, because that ain't what we stand by. This is before they had grown up and had the smart store and everything. They had that character. And he was like, so I told him I was from the South. I really fucked with Nip and everything like that. That's how I knew who he was. Because first of all, they look just alike. It's almost eerie. You know what I mean?
Them niggas look just
He was
alike.
like, man, yeah, you just missing up about 20 minutes ago. I'm like, fuck. So now I'm thinking back, like, man, that was like the one chance I had to kind of interact, you know. And so you kind of miss those moments, but you kind of realize, like, it's eerie also when you've been to the place. Like, I was watching the video, the Crenshaw and Slauson video, where it was ended and him walking out the store in the same place he walking out the store. I put it up in my Insta story. It's the same place, the exact same place he took his last breath. And it's kind of eerie, like his whole life revolved around that one plaza.
Right.
His beginning, his downfalls. You know, they used to get raided. They used to throw their tapes away. The guy didn't want them in his restaurant, but then they buy it. He didn't buy it at one time. He bought it progressively. As I progressed, I bought more. I acquired more here until it was mine. And then this is why I met Lauren London there. I saw that in the GQ thing. They met in that parking lot. So you met the woman that literally bore your kid, the woman that literally had your heart in that parking lot. Your brother got arrested for his last case in that parking lot. You died and had your last breath in that parking lot. That's scary. That's eerie.
And that's why I'm like, he gonna be, dude gonna be around like this week, every year moving forward, gonna be a dark week.
Motherfuckers gonna remember Nip like they remember Pac. He ain't gonna.
Like,
he ain't
it's
gonna
gonna-
But I don't know though, cause when I saw that shit when it was happening, people be like, say a prayer. Don't you get tired of praying about shit like this? I mean, at some point it got to be something more than just say a prayer and we're gonna remember on this day. I mean, at some point it gotta be more than that. At some point you gotta be mad enough to stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit just go on and on. You say a prayer, you make a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You have a day and you move on about your life.
I think this is gonna be more impactful.
Was Pac more
This
impactful?
is gonna be way more impactful.
Was Biggie more impactful? Was Malcolm more impactful?
No, it's not. It
It ain't gonna change shit.
It's not gonna
just
impact.
real talk. It ain't gonna change shit.
This may be some type of Martin type shit because he had
What Martin?
infrastructure. He had
Luther
infrastructure
King?
already in place. Like, yeah, he already
Martin
had
Luther King?
He had infrastructure in place.
Martin ain't changed shit. He
That's
had
what-
a good
exactly.
message. It ain't changed shit. Like the only way shit gonna change if everybody individually change.
Yeah.
Can't no one person stand in front of no mic and tell you I could preach to the choir to you, yo. You need to change.
I mean,
your life.
yeah.
And you can
now,
sit there. Them niggas
granted,
is
with
not
Martin,
listening.
to some people, Martin has changed the political reign of black people. Like it's like before then, he has changed that. Now, do I agree?
Well,
Do I like?
Martin and Malcolm was two totally different.
I'm not talking about Mark and Malcolm. This is
I'm hearing how you saying. Well, no, somebody just
what
said
I'm saying.
Malcolm.
No, we didn't say Malcolm. I
Yeah,
said he
somebody
changed.
Yes,
just
we
said-
did. We
somebody
said
just
I said
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
I said
Malcolm, and he
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
said
Martin
Malcolm.
and Malcolm are two totally different
What I'm
people.
saying is
Yeah,
what
they
I'm trying to get to is, okay, when these people were alive, they had these movements, but when those people died, those movements didn't live on. At least not in the same capacity that they lived when they was there.
They lived on, but let me tell you what's
Yeah,
the
that's a
problem.
good
When
way
you
to put it.
grew
Not
up,
in the same capacity, but they moved on.
When
Yeah,
you
not in the
grew
same
up-
capacity, but they did live on.
Yeah, and
I
that's
get
and
that,
that's
I
the
get
same
that.
thing that's gonna happen.
This
though.
is one of the main problems. When you grew up and I grew up, and probably when you grew up, you had a older person like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. They'll stop you in your tracks for doing some shit.
Yeah.
What happened is we were supposed to be that person. We just got fed up and wanted to just live our life and was like, fuck it. We didn't become our daddies and our granddaddies. We didn't tell them the young niggas nothing.
Yeah.
We just let them do what they do, and now it got out of hand.
So you
So
think
they teaching each other. Yeah, you got
So
it.
you think it's
the
our
steps.
fault? You think
yeah,
we-
because you become.
It is a
Are you a
generation.
father?
That's what I'm
Are you a
saying.
father?
Yeah, I am a father now.
And soon enough, you're gonna be a grandfather. You're gonna take place of everybody that was telling you something. Eventually, you're gonna take one of their place. You're gonna become one of them. You were supposed to do
Yep.
the same shit they was
It
doing to
is a
keep
big
you out of
generation
trouble.
gap.
See, we had respect. Like
Yeah.
my mom used to slap the shit out of me if
right.
I didn't speak
But-
to somebody.
Oh
Now
yeah,
these
generation
kids
is
just
totally
walk
different.
past.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Is it? You know why?
These
Because
motherfuckers ain't got no respect.
Because
people-
we're raised, because our generation raising them.
We
now.
raised getting our ass
Right.
whooped. We raised
And so we
getting-
take,
raised getting fucked
because you
up.
remember how
So
we
you
used
think
to be.
you think we dropped the ball? Basically, what
Yeah,
y'all
but
saying.
it's too late. We
I
did.
think each
Honestly,
generation
we
drops
did.
the ball in the way.
did.
The reason I say each generation drops the ball in the way because
We
you
did
gotta
have to
think-
battle to crack the first generation crack.
But that's the thing. So you had people. So you kind of had people who we've always been blindsided with another challenge.
We
gotta
didn't
think.
We didn't.
Like,
Yeah, no,
we
you
didn't
got
first,
a great
first,
point.
first it was drugs.
Yeah.
So first you had slavery, then you had civil rights. Well, they took away your ability to be a forthcoming member of society. So they gave you freedom, but they took away your ability to actually have the same circumstances and the same resources as your white counterparts. So then they gave you your civil rights. So then civil rights we got jail, we got large scale imprisonment. We're gonna make it real easy for your ass to get into that system. So it's like you always blindsided by something. So I can only tell you what I can only forecast what I've seen. But then it's another challenge. So now we're dealing with social media. We're dealing with violence being cool in the eyes of youngsters now. We're dealing with issues where we're fighting demons and things we've never been prepared for.
The reason being because
prepared
they teaching themselves inside their circle and they teaching each other wrong.
Every generation has taught
because
themselves
we don't
something.
want to deal with it.
Like every
it's-
generation has taught themselves something. It was a generation that taught themselves how to sell dope.
Yeah.
It was somebody that had to learn how to
Yeah,
crack
I mean,
the first time.
Yeah, but it was more. Remember when they used to say, a neighbor used to whoop your ass if you was up the street, and then bring you to your mama.
Yeah.
and get your ass whooped.
You can
Okay.
get
They not doing
But
that.
so
that's
say you
beef right now.
say you the kid that got those ass whoopings, and so you used to walk home and be like,
did.
man, I can't wait till I'm grown.
Right.
So now you done took away all of the structure you had because you didn't want to deal with it as a kid. Like, I ain't gonna be that asshole parent because I know people that's like that. I want to be the cool parent.
But that's
Because-
where the folk came in at.
But
your
but-
child is not
Man,
your
we can
friend.
sit,
but-
we can
but
sit
your
here.
child.
We
But
can
you-
sit here. We can sit here and keep going back and forth on this, what is, and this. But however, what a solution? Like, how can we?
the solution is an individual thing.
That's
listen,
what I was saying
it's
before.
individual.
We cannot look for group solutions because we'll keep looking.
Yep.
The solution is for you to be better, me to be better, him to be better. and doing
Self-love.
something
You
to
teach
give
self-love.
ourselves an asset to the whole movement.
Yeah,
How
and
can we
one
make
way to
ourselves
put it,
assets?
self-love.
Hey,
Yep.
but that's why like this guy's death hurt so much because he was an inspiration to a lot of people who didn't have that structure at home.
Especially the underrepresented.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He was an inspiration to all those people. That was somebody they could see every day because he stayed in his hood.
Right.
And now he's gone. So no matter whatever replacement you have, it's not gonna have the same type of power or influence on those
Yep.
kids that he would have. And that's what really hurts about
And
it
what
all.
people slept on also is the fact that he was influenced to Eritreans, East Africans, because those are people that are underrepresented. Do you see that in pop culture?
Yeah.
I don't see East Africans in pop culture on the regular.
Right.
So here you have one who came from the circumstances like as a rose from the concrete. I came from Crenshaw district. I was also East African. I was also somebody who had a record. I was I basically had every strike against me. And I made something to it to where I was impacted to where now Congress is gonna actually integrate my accomplishments and and basically my time and my efforts that I've donated into my neighborhood and my community. And so that's how you left a mark. And that's why it's real to say when you say the rose from the concrete, because you listen to his music, you can see the growth. He came out as a gangbanger, but the thing is he still had awareness. The first video that's going around when he was 23, young Nip in the Mariners hat, he was still talking about substance of owning, of real estate at a
All
young
his
age.
interviews.
So he's always had the same prism of mindset.
But some of the street niggas is the most smartest
No,
niggas.
it ain't. No.
You got a
They
great
are.
point.
They are.
His interviews has always been this. Hey, like, what you been on, Nip? Well, now I'm finna start this. I'm finna do this. It wasn't never like sitting back in the Cadillac doing this.
In my
but
project,
most street niggas,
are
like he
just smart.
said, are the most aware because they realize.
brilliant.
Yep.
I used to cheat off street niggas in class. Like them niggas knew it. They just was bored with it. They just was like, I know that shit. I know that shit. Right. And the way that they treated you in high school, in certain high schools, it was just like the teachers.
You don't
was like,
see
oh,
what comes
whatever.
out of you being brilliant.
Right.
What will I accomplish making an A on my algebra 2 test? How will that help me basically maneuver through my everyday struggle?
Right.
And so you start basically when you get 16, 17, your mama behind on her bills, your mama strung out, your daddy in and out, and you like, man, I gotta get it how I live.
You gotta survive.
Right.
So now I've
Right.
become a savage because I
gotta
gotta be,
survive.
and not even just a savage, I've become in survival mode to where now I'm looked at as a criminal by the eyes of the white
They look at us
establishment
like a
or the
savage,
establishment
yeah.
as a whole, but I'm just trying to make it to tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And so, unfortunately, poverty and underrepresentation and downward circumstances make you to be somebody who has to do anything possible to get to the next day. And so, unfortunately, that's what you grow up in. So even if I'm trying to be great and I'm trying to cultivate greatness and I'm trying to actually invest in myself, I still have to
We
be
gotta
around.
eat today.
I have an
We gotta eat
ecosystem
today.
around me that's full of
Yeah,
wolves.
we gotta eat today.
Yeah, but you can't think about, like you were saying, you can't even think about uplifting everything else if
Right.
your situation ain't right at
Exactly.
home or your situation ain't right. You thinking about what I'm gonna eat tomorrow or what I'm gonna eat. You can't look for the future if you living for the day. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's real hard to do.
I ask people every day, like, what's the scariest part of life to you? What's the scariest thing about life to you? The scariest ain't no wrong answer. Whatever.
Man,
scary,
I mean,
the scariest thing about life to me is somebody fucking with one of
shit.
my kids.
Well, you know, but and
See,
that's
somebody
something.
fucking
what's
with
the
my
scariest
children.
thing in
That's the
life to you?
scariest
Well,
You know
me personally, you know, I just became a father like this last recent year, and until then, I really didn't have a fear. Like I'm not scared of dying. My biggest fear was like being crippled, because I'd be like, I don't want to be crippled. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die than being crippled, which is probably fucked up to think, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, and they can't
you
have
know
no
what I'm
dead
saying?
dick. Yeah, they go dead as well.
But
They go
but now
dead
now that I have a child, the scariest thing in my life is something happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't want to put you on blast.
Yeah.
But
No.
when nigga asked me back, what's the scary part of your life? That a motherfucker could take your life at their own discretion and could take all that away from you at their discretion. Meaning, like, a dude could just be walking up the street like, yo, I'm about to kill somebody. And it could just be random.
wrong place at the wrong
That's the
time.
scariest part of life.
That
they
does
could
scare me when
and
I
it
hear stuff
takes-
like that.
I don't know.
But it's not. But it's like how you living for your son, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but it's taken away from you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
taken away from
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
that you
now,
need.
now that shit affects me. But like before, I mean,
Right.
you just knew that though. It was just something you
'Cause it
know.
was just you.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can die. Yeah, I don't.
You knew
I
niggas
know
was gonna
yeah,
die. You know
yeah,
you
I
gonna
know
die.
motherfuckers that died. I done dropped a nigga off and then came home and called him and his mom said he was dead.
But
you
you're
know
not
what
worried
I'm
about
saying?
somebody else coping. Now you're worried about how
Yeah,
somebody else is
yeah.
going to cope with my loss.
Yeah.
When you have a child, like I was saying, that's
Yeah.
the scariest thing.
Right,
I
and that
think we
goes
all-
into it.
I
at
think
their
we all say that
discretion.
with
You
kids.
can
Yeah,
go to
you-
the store, and
Something
somebody
happened
at
to
that
my
discretion,
child,
yo, that nigga got on the
You
red.
go to Walmart.
I'm about to kill
Yeah,
that nigga.
and just shoot
He
something.
It don't
take
even
you
gotta
away
be
from your
that.
son.
It
It
ain't
could be
gotta
whatever.
be
You
that.
could bump him, step on their shoe. You could look at him crazy, like whatever. That's why I don't go to certain clubs and shit now. I don't. You will not catch.
I don't
me
even really
in
fuck
certain
with clubs
places.
no more.
I do. I mean, it just depends. That's
I mean,
why
if
I'm
I'm
always
DJing
my
and somebody
solo,
paying
some
me, I'll
shit.
do it. But just to go to kick it, fuck no.
It just depends on the environment.
Yeah,
depends
it
on the
depends on where I'm
environment.
going. Yeah, it's
Like I went to the Jeezy concert that just happened.
Oh shit!
I was shocked.
You was in there with killers.
Yeah, listen, I learned 15 different gang signs within
Hey,
the
but you
I'm
know,
about to
the
say,
crazy thing about a Jeezy
you go
concert.
to a Jeezy concert,
hey,
nigga. You in
but the
there
crazy thing
killers
about a
and dope
Jeezy
dealers.
concert, you got people in there that's 40, 45. Like he the
Absolutely.
inspiration for them. But
But
like,
no, let me tell you something. It wasn't that.
oh,
It was
yeah.
the dude, Mr. Hit That.
Yeah,
Mr. Hit That.
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Hit That is a good entertainer. up there
Yeah,
on
he
the thing.
is. He
But let me
not a
tell you,
spin.
Mr. Hit That was like, I don't give a fuck where you from. Put your hood up. If you ain't scared of the nigga next to you and you ain't got no hole
See,
in your
you can't
blood,
do that
see
type
that
of shit, man.
right there? I was gone.
You can't do that.
You like-
Nigga
The
got
guy,
the
for the
nigga
simple
bubbling.
fact,
Like,
not,
can't do
it's
that.
not what he said. It's not.
That's why you
it's
can't
what he
do
said.
that.
It's the
can't do that.
reaction.
It's the
It's
reaction,
the reaction
from the
of
crowd.
everybody
so
else.
now you got all these.
Now you done started some shit.
You got all
Them
these
triggers. Them triggers.
Mind you, now they
Yeah.
checked everybody that they came in, but the parking lot is right there.
And niggas got bottles
Right,
in their
the parking
hand.
lot is right there. So dude sitting up there, and I'm with, and I wasn't with him, but I knew some dudes from New Orleans that was there. Now they was on some chill shit. They was on some chill shit, but they had some dudes that was from, I don't know, they was doing this shit or whatever. That is.
Gang
And that
signs.
shit. So, but my first thing was, let me stand catacomb so I can see here and I can see there.
Exactly.
Because dude was drunk and he was coming behind close as fuck to the dudes that was standing with me. And he was just like, whatever, every time he say, put up your hood, fuck that, put up your hood, you ain't got no whore in your blood, put up your hood.
Citra.
That shit could have caused
Yes, absolutely.
bad goddamn.
A lot of people get
Egos.
killed. A lot of people get
You-
killed over that little shit
If
like
you
that.
know, listen, I love I love hood shit. Like I do, like hood shit is like the realest,
Yeah,
and you
it's the
have
most
fun.
organic
It's
shit.
fun,
Especially when it's a good party and
it's
they no
whatever.
tripping. Hell yeah.
Only thing I don't like, don't ignite the hood shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Make the hood have fun.
Yes.
Don't ignite the
Yeah.
hood shit.
And as a DJ, you
Only
gotta have
problem.
responsibilities. Don't
got
play
to.
no Little John.
No, you can
When that
play
nigga start
all that.
saying
No.
throw your hood,
No, that ain't
no,
even-
you
that,
can't.
ain't, that ain't what we talk about no
But-
more. It's more about
No,
it's more about like what he was saying. Like I was just
you
at the-
can't.
I was at
As
the
a
little-
DJ
I was
or
at the
artist, you
Baby-
can't say nothing
I
about
was
throw
at-
your
I was
hood
at
on.
the
You can
Baby
never do
concert.
this.
I was at the Baby concert, and the DJ and a great DJ has the temperature of.
Shout
the
out to
room.
the dude that got in
You gotta
VIP.
control the room. I mean, as a DJ,
free. Oh,
you
yeah.
control the room.
Bro, that was some crazy shit, and that show you how open you can be. Because the nigga got in there without getting checked and ended up on stage.
It's a
The
pistol.
dangers of being a rapper, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, somebody who just came in the side door, but
Absolutely.
the DJ in there just he had the whole room.
Where was
amped.
y'all at?
We was at
Here?
shit. It was in Dallas,
Here?
but I can't even think of where it was.
Okay.
There's so many damn places people do
Bomb
stuff.
Factory.
It was over there in Deep Ellum.
Okay.
So I was like,
The trees.
trees, yeah, the
Yeah.
trees, and so he like, yo man, do. And so all I'll say is you just start seeing people like just getting amped. So imagine if he had that energy like he had. Because he had, I know Mr. Hit that will rock a room because he do it every time I've been in the
And
club.
he from
room.
here.
So he
Yeah.
getting you amped.
Yeah.
He getting you amped, but then he say,
He'll say the
"You
wrong
don't-
shit.
You don't give a fuck about that nigga next to you. Da, 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 da.
You ain't got no whole in your blood. I was like,
yeah.
shit.
So,
And shit get ugly.
because in Louisiana, that's a big thing there.
Hey,
That's how
but
they
let me
get
tell you,
up.
let me give you a perfect example. I went to the Henny Fest.
Why did you?
I heard that shit.
I went to the
I
Henny
heard that
Fest.
shit ended
Tell me
before.
Who
what-
was
That
on
was the bus.
stage when the
I heard
shit
that was the
popped
bus.
off?
So what
Nigga,
I
happened?
heard that shit
Hey,
ended
let me tell you
immediately.
something. Let me
Oh
tell you-
yeah, he was. Oh shit.
Let me tell you what I felt. This is what I felt, and don't laugh. And it's a real.
I'm gonna laugh,
It's a
nigga.
real. This is what
If
I
it's funny,
felt.
I'm gonna laugh. Nigga.
This is what I felt. Y'all old. How old are you? How old are y'all? You're 27, so you should know. You seen the movie Lion King?
Damn.
Remember when Simba was standing in front of Stampede? When Scar, when Scar did his thing, and he saw them motherfucking buffaloes coming out, and he was like, and nigga, that was me at the Henny Fest. Nigga, I seen the crowd. I seen the
That's
crowd.
That's a
Ask
scary
the nigga.
feeling.
When you see it coming toward
I'm not gonna lie to you, the football skills kicked in. The ball was, they had a ball in the back.
Damn.
Sitting in the middle like an island ball.
Yeah.
I ran to it. I saw the people coming.
Survival
Nigga,
mode.
I pushed the whole ball.
Nigga get straight in
Everybody-
survival mode.
And I hope this not. Well, shit, that shit over. They can't come at me.
I kicked.
that's over.
I know I kicked the nigga. in the
Statute of
nose.
limitations,
was there?
my nigga.
No, I'm talking about like I had a situation like that
Nigga.
where I lost a. I remember when those Space Jams had just came out.
You
I
lost a whole
Jordan.
shoe?
I lost the whole Jordan because it was a one way in, one way out.
I'd rather
and they
lose.
gated the whole thing off. You seen?
I'd
niggas
rather
trying to
lose
hop
both shoes than
fences.
one of them.
But,
Everything.
So I remember I was in the club and the
Hit
dude
that.
started shooting in the club.
Mr. Hit
So you know the first thing was somebody hear gunshots,
He gonna
especially
never come on
inside a
this show. We
building.
done condemned this
They're
thing
trying to
and
find the
it's
first
like,
exit.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a
And so,
stampede.
so imagine it's a double door and you got 1,200 people trying to get through that one door.
It's a stampede. my
And
nigga.
so, dude grabbed my goddamn. I don't know why would you grab my
Why you grab
goddamn
my shoe, my nigga?
I'm trying to get out. You should be trying to get out too.
Space Jams too.
So
Whoa.
I like
Damn.
horse kicked
Even
his
they said
ass in
damn.
the nose and didn't look back.
So
It
wait.
could have been a chick. It could have been a
Oh,
dude.
somebody tried to grab
but
your
I'm
shoes
straight
to get out?
survival
No,
mode.
they grabbed
and
it.
so that's the scariest feeling.
Yeah.
Is when I'm trying to save my life.
I
and
feel-
you
I
trying to
understand.
save
You
your
trying to
life.
save your life.
So I want to know. Hey, so did
I
Don't
understand
trip and
simple.
fall. You trip and fall, nigga. It's over.
Was it shots at Henny Fest?
If
Was
you
it-
fall, it's
Hold on,
over.
hold on. Ask that question
Wait,
again.
wait, hold
Was
on.
it shots at Henny Fest?
Nigga, I don't know. I saw a crowd coming.
It was.
This shit is true. I'm gonna tell you this. The shit is true. Because when we stop, nigga said, "What happened?"
Yeah, we
Nigga say, "I don't
We
know."
gonna wait
Nigga,
till we
when
get
you
to safety
see,
to ask.
When you see,
Hey, Cedric
don't
didn't
know.
tell you to shout out.
Nigga,
I don't know.
Shout out to
I
Cedric.
understand.
Get a list of them.
I'm used to it. I'm trained. Remember I tell you, the hood teaches niggas shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
All my life we had
it's
to run.
3 survival modes. you
I'm
need.
telling you, ask any nigga from New Orleans. Any nigga from New Orleans tell you, the best day of your life could be the worst day of your life in the split of a second.
Yep.
You could be at a big, because we party outside. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not used to this shit. I got
Yeah.
fat because
Yeah.
I came to Texas.
I love New
Nobody
Orleans.
was
Went
outside.
to
They
New
had a
Orleans,
curfew
dog.
in the apartment complex. We didn't know what the fuck a curfew was. And when they did have it, we would run from the police.
Yeah.
Fuck a curfew. They're not gonna chase you because you're running through the project.
Y'all sleep on Texas law.
They not. Yeah, Texas
Nigga,
law.
we got-
I
Niggas
had
from
to-
Louisiana come
nigga
over here
had to
thinking
learn
shit
it.
sweet.
I was like,
That's
them
why
niggas is
Katrina
real.
niggas got back to Louisiana quick. Nigga.
Nigga,
I can't be no
this is
killer out
real.
here.
Nigga, I was in New Orleans about. I bought Crown at
Can't be no
CVS.
killer out here.
You know what
I
the
bought
second line
Crown at
is?
CVS, nigga.
You know what the second line is?
Yeah.
You know what the second line is?
I got some
Yeah.
Crown at CVS.
You ever been to a New Orleans second
Yeah,
line?
you get that in LA and Vegas too.
August was the
That's
first
the
time I went. I gotta go
funnest
back.
shit
Yeah,
ever.
I gotta
You'll
go
see
back.
a nigga, they walking up the street. You'll see a nigga dancing on top of people's cars.
Right.
You'll see a nigga, if he can get up, you seen a nigga, I got a video
on the
of a nigga dancing on the church.
Then on the tree, on the
Yes, all in the church. It's fun. We do it.
yeah, they do
we
it on street
really
lights
do
and
what
everything.
the
They
fuck
climb,
we want.
street lights.
Like we have fun.
My
The
nigga Josh
police
bought a Zulu
You
coconut.
went to school with the police.
Hey, matter of fact, my Zulu coconut.
You know the
should
Zulu
be in your
coconuts?
car.
Yeah.
You know our homeboy.
No.
bought
my
him back. He
Zulu
bought my
coconut.
dog one.
It's in my car.
Uh,
but I ain't
You
got it.
Ubered.
Yeah. So
I
you
got mine at
walking
the
up,
crib. Mine
you
at the
walking
crib.
up the thing, and all you hear,
Shout out to Jay.
bah, bah, bah,
He's
bah.
been giving me good luck.
Nigga,
too.
you don't know how well you could get
You don't know
out
where they
of a
coming from.
crowd until you have to get out of a crowd.
It's 3 survival tactics you
it's-
need growing
yes.
up in the hood. The first one is being able
To recognize some
to
shit.
recognize when your shit is about to
Shit's
pop off.
about to go off.
You gotta know.
Don't
the
wait
shit
till it
happening
pop off.
before
But
it
see, let me
happens.
tell you the era. I
Don't wait
was
till
in.
it pop off.
You gotta know how to
You
jump
gotta
a
know
fence.
before.
You need to know how to jump a fence. Like
Call
quick.
that nigga
The
When you
reason I
see
say
more
you
than
need to know
6
how to-
people going one way,
No, but no, honestly
go
though,
with
no,
them.
but for real though, like it's like honestly, you kind of like trying. It's like almost having PTSD without it actually occurring, because you noticed, you've seen it, you heard the gunshots, you've seen bodies drop, like, and so when you've seen this, you go out and when you're around crowds, you have an anxiety. Even though you've never actually had harm happen to you, it's just environments can make you so anxious. And when you, cause I know it's like when you get out of jail. It's like when a dude get out of jail. You ever notice the dude get out of jail? He looking around. He just ain't relaxed.
like nigga, you at home, nigga.
Cause he on guard. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
And
in prison no more,
like,
Damon.
bro, relax.
Hey,
nigga, like,
He know,
Bro,
hey,
you
they
be like,
got
chill
more
out, bro.
shit than a shank out in this bitch.
like,
Shit.
that's what I'm saying. He thinking like, kill. This niggas around me. That's no nigga.
no,
relax.
So you met my boy Toe before? Did you know? What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Did you,
that's-
you seen the basketball? You seen the basketball picture? I'm gonna find it on Instagram.
All right.
He you know he did his time or whatever, but he'll tell you I gotta get used to this shit.
Yeah.
This nigga ate out a brown paper bag for 3 weeks of commissary. He brought that shit home with him. That nigga ate noodles. He would crack up noodles and whatever. And I got food in my
Yeah.
house.
I mean, yeah, he
Like-
was institutionalized.
Yeah, so when they give when you
real
leave,
talk,
institutionalized.
He
Hey,
letting
nah,
this, he
nah.
letting this swell. He letting this swell.
Nah, but he taking
It ain't ready yet,
he doing good because
no, okay, no. What I
One
meant
time-
was, so when you leave jail, they
say
give
let
you
this
a
swell.
brown paper bag to put your shit in, your belongings. But inside the bags was the I guess the great value noodles, the meat in a can, the
steak
like
He say he spent
so
good money
he
on
was
body meat.
making
And damn Jack
dinner
Mackerel.
at the thing. Like nigga, they got food right there. I know.
Nah, nigga, I got,
And he
I got
mixing that
this
shit
Jack
up.
Mackerel, nigga.
So yeah, I understand when they get out of jail. They
hey,
You know that Jack
hey,
Mackerel.
but salute, hey, salute,
I ain't been
hey,
to jail. I ain't never been to jail. As long as I've been in New Orleans, I've never been to jail.
That's-
Until I
that-
came to Texas and fucked around with Richardson.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in jail on some
Hey,
like public intoxication
I spent 5
at 21.
days in jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The day go
I done
by.
spent- you-
I done spent 5
So
too. It's some
slow,
bullshit.
nigga. I ain't never watched the
taking no
news that
shower.
much
You
a
was
day
on
in my
some real
life.
shit.
Never.
Yeah, that
Nigga was looking forward to the news. Like, man, 5 o'clock. okay.
Right, 5 o'clock news.
Nigga, 'cause all you got 6 channels in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
This
Wheel
how-
of
y'all had
Fortune.
TV in jail?
Yeah.
In the common area.
But I only been in jail.
This how
I was
much
like-
I don't
was like
want to go to jail.
17,
First of all,
18 when I went to
there's
jail.
too many dicks in jail. I don't fit the description to fit in there.
Right.
And second of all, I learned the bail money to each crime. So I only do crimes that I could afford. So my bank account allows me to
Right.
do certain crimes.
Immediately get out.
That's
Don't
on
do
that.
$1 million crimes with small
$500 bail? Fuck
Nigga,
that
can
shit.
I
Yeah,
use
I
the
did it.
phone?
Buying myself
Nigga be like, nigga, can I use the phone?
Heard of
Some
take
shit
my
we gotta put
shoestring.
the house up with. I ain't doing it, nigga. Hey, I turned into Trey on Boys in the Hood. Let me out.
Let me out. Let me out, dog.
Hey, Joe, pull over.
Dope.
That's serious.
You gotta
I
do
ain't
it with
never
your
heard it
G-face
put like
on.
that.
Look,
That's real.
You only should do the crime.
I only do
I make sure I
crimes.
can afford to
I only
fuck
do
up.
crimes and I can pay that 10% on.
I'm not gonna say no name. My boy, he went to jail. And
I'm
he
about to say,
called
you
me.
damn near said it.
He called me and was like, "Man, come get me." Nigga, you ain't on my I ain't budget for you going to jail. I ain't budget for you.
Don't you feel bad though?
Who?
Well, my homeboy called me one time.
If it ain't nothing serious, I don't feel bad about you being in jail.
Hey, nigga,
You
we
ain't
traffic
traffic
tickets, bro. You
If you out there doing some shit, you know you ain't supposed to
I
be
don't feel
doing.
bad.
Hey,
can sit your traffic tickets off. Nah,
You can sit it off.
Hey, nigga, you just got to
And let me
get
tell
to
you
work.
something.
man,
Ask
nigga, you be
anybody.
out
You just
too.
got to get to work, nigga.
Ask anybody. My boy was calling around.
You be
He had
out
people
Tuesday.
call me.
I call your boss.
He had people call me, and I was like, "Why is he calling me and calling y'all? And y'all stupid for answering the phone because it calls y'all when there's a whole bunch of people in there he could talk to for free." Bro,
I had to pay my ex-girlfriend phone bill.
We know you in jail.
Cause my shell shoe was about $400. Cause I blew her up.
You was calling?
Cause she was in Mexico, so I didn't realize you had to put minutes on your phone. So I had this little young dude teach me how to put minutes on like the third day. So I'm calling her 4-5 times a day, 10 minutes at a pop.
Well, you was just
$13
talking.
a minute.
So when you just talking, just like I just need somebody to talk to when you talking real shit.
What the reason it was because she was
$13 a
international.
minute?
I'm calling her ass
okay.
roaming and shit. Bro, her phone bill was like $700 that month, bro.
Damn,
And so it was like,
she a real one.
like
She a
nigga,
real
I
one.
had to pay that shit.
Oh,
Like,
she ain't that real.
like, no, I was like, bro, I can't have.
All right, man. We didn't went all over the place. What's next, man? What's
Well,
next?
damn, how you gonna
I mean,
kill our
what you talking
joy?
about? We
Kill our joy because he don't relate to hood shit because they were beating him up in Pine Bluff.
We was all
Nah,
cool.
nigga, I ain't get beat up.
You should learn. You should be a boxing coach.
I ain't
Oh,
get
shit.
beat up now.
Oh, you ain't get beat up?
Nah,
I'm about to say, we got some shit
I
that
didn't
ain't
have,
robot.
I just didn't have no limit when they did fuck with me.
Hey, I still want to make sure I make the Pine Bluff. So
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
Oh,
You going to
yeah.
homecoming, right?
Yeah, we're going to homecoming. You going too?
I'm taking
When
that thing.
homecoming?
It's gonna be in February. You
Hey,
going
in February.
To,
hey, I
Hey,
ain't gonna drink the whole week before. I'm ready.
it's gonna be
So
an
you-
I
where
like
you
the
from?
party.
I'm from Houston.
It's gonna be an I like the party. Childish adult.
I'm not going
Unspoken
nowhere.
Conversation.
I like Houston, but I'm never going again when they got something going on.
Hey,
Bro, why not?
To
I
be
love
fair,
you.
Can't do
I grew up
nothing.
in Dallas, bro. I love the
No, I
place.
like Houston, but when there's something going on, it's
yeah.
already
It's
a
hard to move
zillion
around.
of you motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's already a
You
zillion
better know
motherfuckers there.
somebody and know somebody.
I went to what's the name of the spot? You know what I'm talking about? Right off the highway.
Davenport.
No, the club. I mean, it's not a club. It's the address.
Oh, that shit is always
Nigga. We rolled past. I was like, where we gonna stay? Why would I go in there?
Shout out to my little
Where we
bro,
gonna
man.
stay?
He had us walking in like the good fellas and through the kitchen.
Oh, y'all
I was
came through the kitchen?
That's the only time I never been able to get in there and
Did you
enjoy
tell him
myself.
I'm in construction? Did you tell him like that?
Hey, we going
I'm a
to
union
Houston.
delegate.
I'm looking at the nigga like, man, what the fuck
Hey,
you into?
Hey, we'll be in
we gonna-
Every
we'll be
time
in-
you
hey,
two.
We
gonna
in
be in
Houston 2
Houston,
weeks.
right?
Oh yeah,
Every
we
time
out
you
there
two.
for the
420,
Easter
we celebrate
weekend. We
420.
recording out
420.
there.
I
You know,
can't-
we'll have
I
a
can't
dope
make it.
show.
point
you
in.
know.
Yeah. What
So,
you
man-
got going?
Hey,
We got a crawfish, bro. I'm sorry, I said bro. That's how we talk. So I'm not gonna fix it. I'm not gonna fix it. I can't.
Yeah.
Because I talk.
Hey,
Have a
what
crawfish.
you got on
Hey,
that
I can't
ride?
even go with the team. I'm gonna be
hey,
out.
hey,
I can't
Antoine.
make it.
I hope you got a good connect though. You know, being
What
that
you-
it's
are y'all talking
420.
about me?
It's gonna be
bro,
420.
I got
My
you.
link-
Hey,
I got
nigga,
you. I got
the
you.
prices is good. We
I got
good.
you. I got
Hey,
you.
I was
we
just
good.
trying.
Hey,
I hope
every
y'all
time
gonna
I
be
go, I
smoking
get
good.
taken care of. Cause
I'm
I'm
just
not
trying to
getting no
make sure, though.
45 with it.
You know?
Nigga, no. Cause I done already got burnt once.
I
So,
all my Houston family gonna be here, so shit, I can't tell you.
hey, now we gonna turn that for you then.
But that's
you know
what
what I'm saying?
y'all know I can't make it.
We gonna be
though.
on the boulevard because the boulevard turns up on Easter Sunday.
But hey, what's your
so-
crawfish
I
boil?
got
When is
DJ
it?
Friday and
Oh no, it's not open up to the public. We not gonna
Oh, so we can't come?
Oh yeah, y'all can come. Y'all can come. Y'all not gonna be here. Y'all
You
not
see
gonna
the
be here.
shade?
You can
I ain't
come.
gonna be here. I mean, I'll be
It
here.
ain't.
The nigga didn't even blink
It was
before he
all-
told
no,
me.
it's all right.
No. See, y'all not public. You y'all say I was extended family.
Okay.
All right then.
See, I
Yeah,
did
y'all
clear it
come.
up.
Cool.
But
cool.
yeah, so what's okay, you know, we appreciate you coming. So
Man.
before we get out of here, man, like what y'all got on the horizon, man? Y'all got anything y'all want to put out there? Good energy. You know, it's been a downtrodden week. So y'all got any positive words, you know, y'all just want to put out there to the listeners, you know?
Man, be childish. Make America childish again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Make America childish
Hey,
again.
that's that happened.
There you go.
Wait, don't
That's
even
a
say
t-shirt.
it. When I came at you with the idea about doing this, you know,
You say I'm not doing that shit,
I'm
but
not
however,
doing this
man,
shit.
Macca.
I agree.
at first I wasn't.
Macca.
I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
shit.
he said I'm not doing
I
it.
ain't doing that shit. Fuck that nigga.
Too
We not
close.
doing
Thing
nothing.
Nigga might
I
hit you
mean-
from the behind. He
You
see
gotta
you with
put
that
that on
with
the
that
hat.
red
I
shit.
just got like, if you know knowledge, share knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Our people need more knowledge than they do money.
Peace and
They
love
need-
is my message.
Yeah,
Peace and
man.
love.
Yeah, man.
Be
So,
better today than you were yesterday, man.
That's
That's
all
I
we
can say.
can, man.
When you get mad, smoke some.
All I'm gonna say is when you get through praying, do something else. That's all I gotta say.
Get off your ass.
Right,
And man, you know, this
If
was a
you want
dope
to.
show, man. And again, before we go out, you know, again, prayers and well wishes to Nipsey Hussle and his family,
R.I.P.
Lauren Dundon, his
neighborhood.
kids, his brother, his sister, his parents, man. It's just his hood as a whole and pretty much the hip hop culture as a whole, man. You know, we lost a giant, we lost a pillar of the community in multiple facets. So we hate to have to go out like this, but man, we gonna celebrate. You know, this ain't the time to mourn. We gonna celebrate because he left us here with a lot of gems, a lot of great content. But now it's just on us to ingest it and put it into action, bro.
Yeah, he left
in
us
some
a
way, shape, or
foundation.
form.
Yeah, he gave us a 3-piece, you know what I'm saying? Real estate, creating operating income, and then give back like philanthropy and nonprofit. So, you know, everybody that's out here that's saying RIP Nip, man, y'all really need to focus on what he was doing. He left a solid, it's no more than the blueprint that Jay-Z set with 444, and then now Nipsey was doing it. So, you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
drink.
Yeah, he don't drink.
I stopped drinking so I can make better bad decisions.
Ain't no alcohol in there, bro.
Hey, but we finna go, man. Thank you, ladies. I hope everything
But
work
yeah,
out
man,
for
that
you
boy
guys.
Spider gonna send us out on some Nipsey.
Y'all didn't want to say shit.
Rest in peace,
I'm
Nip.
mad I just became a fan, but I'm a fan.
Peace
Hey,
and
you,
love.
hey, you made it though. You made it though.
I know it.
You got here to. You got here.
Do bad.
All right, y'all.
You
Till
got
next
it.
time, let them know who he is.
It's your boy Antoine the Source.
DJ D-Boy Fresh, the charming asshole.
What's up, man? It's knowledge, man. Keep achieving, for real.
Sport Flair, man. We out.
Peace and love.